Daddy, chill.
Oh, these are my fucking cable. From fucking China. I told her to ship them separate. That's why these are from China. Is not from China.
You'll have to excuse my friend. He's a little slow.
Okay. Ah, stupid. What do you have to say now? Huh? Show you guys how to assemble one of our top of the line drum filters. If you don't have one of these things and you have monsters, especially stingrays, well, I don't even know how you're maintaining your systems, to be very honest. I think nowadays everybody should be running one of these drum filters. Anyway, I'm going to show you guys how to put this thing together because it comes disassembled, and hopefully in watching this video you'll also understand the benefits to it and how it works. This is our 8,000 gallon per hour model. First thing you want to put together for it, you want to install the motor that turns the drum. You have these 3 spacers in order. So you have a bigger, wider spacer with 2 smaller spacers. You obviously want to keep that wider spacer on, followed by the secondary spacer. And then this last spacer is going to go on the inside. So 2 on this side, 1, 2, and 1 on this side. So start off with this. 2 spacers right in there. And then you want to set the motor up at a 90. 3rd spacer on the inside. 3 10mm bolts to secure the motor. Take your wrench. Also want to take a second to show you guys my male black diamond. This is my absolute stud. Look how cute he is. Beautiful outer spots with bigger inner spots. Anyway, look at his tail. You see he has 2 barbs. Well, one of them's white. This guy wants to show his fotch. And I'm gonna collect them all. Look at this. This is really big.
That's what she said.
And now a word from our sponsors.
I'm bringing the compost. I'm just wanting you to know that we're a very compostable house here, and we are very. I said if you moved a little bit the camera over there, you could see that we have the toilet paper over there. We are very clean in this house. Just so you know, I just want to make sure. Very green, very green. Thank you. I'm Julio Tay out. That's for free. I'm gonna show you. Yeah, that's free.
Just wrench it tight. Tight, but not too tight. You don't want to break anything. Now the motor's secured on, and later on we're gonna install this little gear right there. Later on, not right now. Next step, this little cover. Place that right over the motor. We're then gonna take the nuts we provided. All 4 corners. Use the 7mm bit, and that's your whole motor assembly. Now on the opposite side of that, there's this little nugget right here. It's hand tight. You just loosen that up. This is for the float sensor, which notifies the drum when to turn on. See it right there. Little float. Highest level, but just a little bit below here. That, and then tighten this up, and my float just got set up. Now the next step, drum filter, and like that. You want to put the drum filter first. Put that drum first, followed by this ring. You want this gasket part facing inside the drum. So put it in like this, push it up into the drum, just like that. Just like that. Hand tighten all the nuts on each. Make sure it's properly secured in there. Really important to not forget to install the gasket. You're gonna grab that little sprocket I was talking to you about. We're gonna put it on. Well, now's the time. And you just spin it like that. We're in business. All right, so now that the sprocket's in, next step, it's gonna be to put your gutter at an angle like that. Push it all the way in. And now it's very important on the inside, there's gonna be some notches. Right over here and over there. Push it up, and it's gonna go right into the notch. So the gutter is all set up. Screw that in. Only thing left to set up now is the high pressure pump. But before that, I'm gonna plug in drum. Also wanted to mention that through your motor box, there's two lines that are coming out. One of them is gonna lead to the controller, which has a 30 amp breaker, and the other one is gonna go to your high pressure water pump, and they're both gonna go on simultaneously, meaning when this motor spins the drum, your water pump's going to be pushing as well. So now let's set up the tubing for the water pump as well. So you're going to want to put this in with the blunt end forward. That position at the right place. You're then going to use the last piece that we have hanging around to hold it into the place that you want it to be in. This holding it right into place, just like that. And you want it angled. You want these nozzles angled directly towards your gutter. So the gutter is like right around here, maybe even a little higher. Just you can sort of see the gutter here, right there. And you want this pushing straight directly into the gutter. So any trapped debris is gonna go right into the gutter and right outside of your system. And install it without dropping that. That's done. Next step, we're gonna set up intake tube. Alright, there we go. This is your intake tube, which is then going to fit into a high pressure water pump, which is then gonna have an output into here, which is your sprout spray bar. And that's the way this whole thing gets wired up. So right now, this is the sensor that triggers your pump to go off. Now I'm gonna plug it in and actually test this out and see if it works properly or not. Make sure that the drum spins when it's supposed to, and make sure the controller is working and that the motor was properly installed. Alright, so this is plugged in. We're getting on the breaker, lights on. That's working well. Look at that, everything's working 100% the way it's supposed to be. Well, that's everything for the assembly. I'm going to show you guys how I wire it up with the water, how I set up the high pressure pump, how I install it and incorporate it with a sump, because this model, these are the new models, you don't have to incorporate it above the sump. It could be at the same level as the sump as long as it's trickling into the lower body of water. So even if it's just slightly lower, it could work out like that. Yeah, I'll let you guys know how I wire that up, the sensor, everything when that time comes, but for now this is everything. If you want one of these, check out the link in the description. It's going to be linked to them. I really think it's a really important part to keeping monsters, because they make so much waste and you need to clear that out of there. And by clearing that out of your water and completely eliminating it from the water, you need less biological media in order to break down the ammonia that produces. So to me, this is a no-brainer. It takes out maintenance. You don't need to clean it. It cleans itself. It's the next step in the hobby for me and for a lot of people, I believe, could benefit from this. So see you guys.